My name is jokerispunk. I have a GitHub page at github.com/jokerispunk. And in this video, I'll be showcasing some of my recent software development work in VRChat worlds and VR live immersive theater productions. For this virtual theater production in development in 2023, we'll be featuring several live songs. I created an in-world interface that allows the crew to manipulate the audio properties of a user's voice stream in real time. We can control the voice's loudness, volumetric shape, and fall off. I also exposed an interface for the scene's reverb filter, which can be controlled in real time. This allows the crew, during production, to experiment with the different properties of the singer's voice and tune the values for each song for the best mix. For the 2022 production titled You Should Have Stayed Home, I developed tools for the audio and lighting engineers. This in-world light design system exposes slider controls for hue, saturation, intensity, spotlight angle, range, and direction of several real-time lights. A separate control panel then prints all the configured values of those lights in a text format that can be exported as plain text and converted directly as a Unity prefab asset. This allowed the lighting engineer to design the production lighting while in the scene in a VR headset and export the designs to Unity exactly as configured in VR. In Steel Coffin, we paid a lot of attention to the soundscape. A lot of VR experiences forget that sound is an entire dimension of an experience that can have a lot of depth without too much effort. Steel Coffin has 3 layers in its soundscape: ambient background, ambient foreground, and sound effects. For the ambient foreground, I used Unity's animators to make sound sources move in real time, and those sources play creepy background effects in a managed but random way to avoid repetition. The ambient foreground is network synchronized so that 2 players will hear the same sound coming from the same place at the same time and share in the creepy experience. Also in Steel Coffin, we wanted hands-on interactions to have good immersive feel. For this breaker switch, which I helped create, we designed the physics and constrained it in such a way to make it feel like the switch had weight behind it. The user needs to grip the switch and slide it in order to activate it. For this welder, the sparks are the user's feedback to let them know how effective their welding is. No spark at all means no progress. Minimal sparks is minimal progress, and lots of sparks means they're hitting the sweet spot. I controlled this relationship using a Bezier curve so that we could easily tweak the mechanics for the sake of game balance and user comfort. In addition to these tools and software, I've also developed some casual fun software packages for VRChat. One is a soccer ball that can be kicked and juggled with the player's feet, knees, and head, called Soccer Box. Another is called Ice Skating Udon, which allows players to simulate ice skating with the motions of their legs and hips. These packages are featured in separate videos, which are linked in this video's description or otherwise in context.